Brothers and sisters, let us start our morning devotion. Welcome all the brothers and sisters online. Today, Pastor Joshua will be sharing with us from the book of Psalm 90. It's the prayer from Moses, the man of God. Now we are in scroll 4 of Psalm. There are 5 scrolls in the book of Psalm. So it is related to the 5 books of Moses. So the 5 books, we have the book of Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, and Numbers. The 4th book is the book of Numbers. So we are now in scroll 4 of Psalm, and it refers and it corresponds to Numbers. That is to number our days, to number the life of people, to number the people. So as men, we must know how to number. We are under the pandemic. I could see that we are already at the end times. And we should know how to number our days. The topic for this Psalm 90 is the prayer of Moses, the man of God. And this psalm was written after the Israelites went to exile. The contents are related to the ancient times. And the form of this psalm is being made after they went into exile. We know that from verse 12, we can understand up to verse 1 to verse 12. These are the information in the old days. And then from verse 13 until the end, this is written after they went into exile. So the Israelites, they will use this as their prayer during the gathering. Because from verse 1 to 13, they are the information in the old times. So I believe that this is the prayer that when they gather, they pray this prayer from Moses, the man of God. So it's according to this reasoning and understanding, then I will separate the paragraphs so we can understand more about the situation of this psalm. There are 3 paragraphs here. So the main topic of this psalm relates to the situation where we are now. So it's the prayer during our calamities. This is the prayer of Moses. This is the prayer in our suffering. Verse 15, this is called, for as many years as we have seen trouble. And this is the day of evil. As many days as we have in affliction. That is our days, our years. The psalmist mentioned that we are in affliction. So the psalmist tells us, and we learn how to pray in times of affliction. Prayer is our way out. So under such dilemma, how can we get out of it? How to overcome all these difficult days? Verse 1 to 6. God is our everlasting dwelling place. God is our everlasting dwelling place. Verse 1. Lord, you have been our dwelling place throughout all generations. Before the mountains were born, or you brought forth the earth and the world, from everlasting to everlasting, you are God. Verse 3. You turn men back to dust, saying, return to dust, O sons of men. Verse 3 says, turns back, return to dust, where? That is to say, you make people perish. So you have to return. Return to where? In fact, he's talking about returning to God. Verse 1, it says, Lord, you have been our dwelling place throughout all generations. You are our dwelling place. Verse 2, before the mountains were born, or you brought forth the earth and the world. From everlasting to everlasting, you are God. You are our dwelling place. You are our God. It's from everlasting to everlasting. Before this world is formed, you are our God. God is our dwelling place, and this dwelling place is eternal. From everlasting to everlasting, you are God. What is your relationship with men? What is God's relationship with me? You are my God. You are my dwelling place. It's you who asked me to return to you. So you make me finish before the earth, and then you ask me to return to you. Why? So at the beginning of verse 4, it starts with 4. Verse 4, for 1,000 years in your sight are like a day that has just gone by, or like a watch in the night. You sweep men away in the sleep of death. They are like the new grass of the morning. Though in the morning it springs up new, by evening it is dry and withered. Let's look at verse 4 to 6. It seems that the psalmist is writing a psalm. So he's a bit despair about life. He used grass to describe the life of man. Verse 6, though in the morning it springs up new, by evening it is dry and withered. So it's to describe that our life is short. So it's from what he has written. This is my understanding. Because verse 4, for 1,000 years in your sight are like a day that has just gone by, or like a watch in the night. Oh God, you are our dwelling place. You are eternal. You are everlasting, from everlasting to everlasting. So when we compare our days with your days, in your sight, you look at 1,000 years like a day. To you, it's for 1,000 years, it's like a day, or like a watch in the night. When you look at the time, it's not just a time. So time, we can number. But to God, time is like eternal. It's like 1,000 years or just like a day. You surpasses time and space. To you, It's like time is eternal, just like 1,000 years or just like a day. You are the eternal God. But to me, to us, verse 5, you sweep men away in the sleep of death. They are like the new grass of the morning. Though in the morning it springs up new, by evening it is dry and withered. Why you ask people to return? Because man's life is really short, but you are eternal. So the comparison between eternal and a short life, so this short of life is nothing. It's just like the grass. It grows, it springs up new in the morning, but it withers in the evening, and it's been cut off. The man of life is that short as compared with God. We are nothing. Not even like a 0 point something. It's too short, too short. But God, your days are eternal because you exist forever. Your eternal existence calls people like us to return to you. Our days are just like being swept away, or just like sleep of death. How like after sleeping, we are like the new grass of the morning. Though the morning it springs up new, by evening it is dry and withered. Here, it describes that the life of man is very short and it goes really quickly. That everyone will leave this short span of life and then go to eternal life. Return to God. We are short span. We are like grass that it will wither overnight. But God is eternal. As men, we must return to God, return to eternity. So this is how this is explained. And this is the nature of God and of man. God, He's our God and He's our dwelling place forever. And God called people to return to Him. So God led the people with such a short lifespan go back to eternity, go back to God. But in this place, it is a deeper meaning. Even though it's like that, though, verse 6, though in the morning it springs up new, or they will be swept away like the sleep of death. And in the morning, like man, we will spring up new, we will sprout, we will grow. But we also have the time when we are being cut off and withered. And then we go back to eternity. And God let people return to dust. But, of course, there will be a time in the morning we spring up, and in the evening it's dry and also withered. During such a short time period. In fact, the psalmist is trying to say, God, you have grace. Even though we are having such a short period of time, we cherish this period of time. It's worth having this life and this meeting. Even though we are having this period of short time, but we can experience God's works of wonders and His might in us. So this is how I look at the life of man. And this should be our perspective when we look at life. We know where is our eternal dwelling place. But we must cherish the present moment. Even with the grass, it will spring up in the morning. Even for men, we have life, we will grow. We have to cherish whatever we have now. This is the first paragraph. God is our eternal dwelling place. As compared with God, man, we have such a short lifespan, and eventually we will return to dust, return to God. But even during such short period of lifespan, we must cherish our existence, cherish our growth. We look at verse 7 to 12. The days of man is under God's anger. Verse 7. The original text of verse 7 has the word for. For we are consumed by your anger and terrified by your indignation. You have set our iniquities before you, our secret sins in the light of your presence. For we are facing your anger, we are being consumed. Because of your anger, we are consumed. So it refers to verse 3, return to dust. Because of your anger, we perish and we return to dust. Because of your anger, we fear. But when we face this eternal God, what is God like? Yes, God is our eternal dwelling place. He is a holy God. Under God's wrath. Our days is under God's wrath. Because, as in verse 8, God has set our iniquities before Him and our secret sins in the light of His presence. God has made man, and God wants to dwell with people. God created Adam and Eve, and God put them in the Garden of Eden because God wants to dwell with men. God has created Israel. He brought Israel from Egypt. God wants to dwell with the Israelites. In the wilderness, that God dwells with men. So He is in the midst of the two cherubim. So He used the cloud to lead the people's way. God has to dwell among them. When the people went into the land of Canaan, and then King Solomon built the temple for God. God's glory manifests in that area. God has chosen Jerusalem. God has to dwell with men. But man is filled with sin. You have, verse 8, you have set our iniquities before you, our secret sins in the light of your presence. This is before your light, in His presence. Man's sin is in the presence of God. Well, what will be the outcome? That is to face the wrath or the anger of God. Verse 9 to 10. All our days pass under your wrath. We finish our years with a moan. The length of our days is 70 years or 80. If we have the strength, yet the span is but trouble and sorrow. For they quickly pass, and we fly away. This is the prayer of the Israelites before God. He said, we perish because of your wrath. We passed away under your wrath. and your presence endure without sins. That's why the length of our days, of the span of our life, is under your wrath. And our life is, we mourn. Then they pass away. The life of man could be 70 years or 80 years when we are strong. So all these 70, 80 years, what we have gone through, is just like trouble and sorrow. For they quickly pass and we fly away. Originally, we don't know about the power of your wrath. Verse 11. Who knows the power of your anger? For your wrath is as great as the fear that is due you. The answer is no. There's no one knows. No one understands the power of your anger. No one knows how to fear you. Our sin is before you. That's why our days is like a mourning. And our span of life is just trouble and sorrow and quickly pass. We fly away. So it's just 70 to 80 years, just pass away quickly. And in such a time of this, who understand and know the power of your anger? For your wrath is as great as the fear that is due you. Verse 12. Teach us to number our days aright, that we may gain a heart of wisdom. No, no one knows. No one understands. No one understands that we are under your wrath. No one knows that we are sinning. That's why we continue to be under God's wrath. Even though our lifespan is short, just like grass growing in the morning, but it's dried up and withered in the evening. We must know about your anger, and this is our days. We work hard labor. We have a lot of hardship because we sin against you, God. I pray that you teach us how to number our days. Number our days. That is to say that my days can be numbered. It's so short. I must have a heart of wisdom to live every day of my life. May you give me wisdom. I know that my days are short. And I know that I'm under your wrath. That I have wisdom how to live my days. Man must know that our days are under the wrath of God. Even today, we are under the pandemic. We know that we are under the wrath of God. We are in the end times. We are in the shaking in the end times. But God still gives us grace. Even with the grass, it will sprout and grow. Even though our life is short, we can be renewed. We still can receive the grace of God. That's why we need a heart of wisdom. Verse 13 to 17. May God give us the works of His grace. Even though our life is short, but it's meaningful. Our days are short, but we can still manifest the works of God. God has grace. Starting from verse 13. Relent, O Lord, how long will it be? Have compassion on your servants. Relent, O Lord. Turn back. the Lord, turn back. So relent for your servants. In the eternity, you could see that your servant is going through hardship. May you return to this person and relent for your servant. You could see that all your children are going through hardship. Turn to us. Turn to your children. Verse 14. Satisfy us in the morning with your unfailing love, that we may sing for joy and be glad all our days. So early in the morning, you satisfy them with your kindness, so that in all our days that we can sing for joy and be glad. We have to number our days. Originally, we are under God's wrath, and our lifespan is short. We have to pray to God, oh God, Lord, relent and turn to us. You know, our days are so heavy. How long do I have to wait? I cannot wait any longer. And this is how we cried out to God. Oh, this COVID-19, how long will I have to wait? When will it pass away? How long? How long can I go on the street freely? How can I have meals with those I love? How can I get in touch with the ones I love to get in touch with? When can I go to other places? So, these days of depression, when will it go away? The Israelites felt that, they had enough. They said, how long do I have to wait? Even though they know that the days are short. But it seems that the burden has not been taken away. They said, God, relent for us. Return to us. Do not treat us with your wrath, but treat us with your loving kindness. We have to come out from your wrath. Take away your wrath. Give us your loving kindness. Our life is so short. We need your kindness. Then in all our life, we must sing for joy and be glad. Verse 15. Make us glad for as many days as you have afflicted us, for as many years as we have seen trouble. We believe you. We sing for joy and be glad. So, according to the days of affliction, for our affliction is caused by our sins. That's why we have the hardship we suffer. Every day, like we deserve this affliction because we are sinners. Before the holy God, we as sinners, we deserve affliction. Originally, you should made us suffer. But God made us glad for as many days as you have afflicted us. These days of suffering. So it's talking about days and years of suffering. So it's the day and also the years of affliction, the numbers. But you still make us joyful, make us glad. Originally, we deserve affliction and suffering because we are under your wrath. You predestined that we will suffer this way. But I pray you relent, Lord. Take away your anger. Give us joy. Make us glad and give us your loving kindness. So substitute the days of our affliction and suffering by the joy that you have given us. Sing for joy and be glad because of your kindness. Oh God, you are not only the holy God, that you are angry because of our sins. And God, you also have grace. May you give us this loving kindness. Verse 16. May your deeds be shown to your servants, your splendor to their children. May the favor of the Lord our God rest upon us. Establish the work of our hands for us. Yes, establish the work of our hands. The Israelites were before God. They knew that they are under God's wrath. And they experienced the nations being fallen. And then they return after the exile. Even after they return from exile, they are controlled and ministered by other nations. And they are persecuted, they are suppressed by the Gentiles. And that time, the economy is no good. And they're being attacked by the neighboring nations. And also, the power of Satan is on them. The power of darkness is upon them. They want to destroy the Israelites. They feel the great pressure, and they said, how long will it be? And this pressure, how long will it go away? Oh, the days of my affliction, the years of suffering, then how long will it go away? And they said, the work of our hands. They felt that what they do is nothing. It's meaningless. So under such great pressure and affliction, and what they have done just turned to nothing. They have no glory at all. They are being oppressed. Brothers and sisters, we are like that. We've done many things. It seems that I can influence this environment. We are under oppression, under pressure. What we have done means nothing. Our life is so short. And what we have done has no influential power. We are so small. We're like drying up, withering. There's no glory at all. But God, take away your wrath. Give us your loving kindness. Lord, verse 16, may your deeds be shown to your servants. Reveal your works of wonders to us, even though our lifetime is short. That's how you lead our ancestors across the Red Sea. Just like you led us establish the nation. The Israelites cried out to God this way. And Lord, may your deeds be shown to your servants and give your glory to us. May your glory come upon us, come upon our descendants. May you establish the work of our hands. Establish the work of our hands. You know, what we have done is very limited, or what we can do is limited. But God can help us. Give us your grace and your kindness. Reveal your works. Reveal your glory. and you give us your favor. Establish the work of our hands. Whatever we do, may you establish the work of our hands. We have to return to you. May you return to us. My conclusion is, as in verse 3, return to dust, O sons of men. Verse 13, O Lord, may you return. The psalmist, when he looked at God's insight, O psalmist, you have to return. You are under sins. Your life is short. God said, return to me. But for those who pray, oh God, you turn to us. Our life is short. We want you to return to us. You relent for us, even though our life is so short. We want to really taste your loving kindness. Satisfy us with your love. Even though our life is so short, we grow in the morning, in the evening we dry, and then we wither. We are willing that you come and renew us. Bless us. Bless us, Lord, so that we will be satisfied by your love. Let us sing for joy and be glad. Even though we are under the pandemic, we want to see your glory coming upon us. We want to see your works of wonders. We have to see your glory. We have to see that you establish the work of our hands. This is the prayer of those who suffer from affliction. We have to understand the heart of God. But as the children of God, we have to pray and cry out to Him every morning and every night. And let us live our days. Every day we glorify God. Even though we are in days of affliction, we continue to work. And if we wait upon God's salvation, He's our God. May God bless us. Amen.